What's up, YouTube? Capital G here, Duel commentary. All right, so we got Jerome Porter, 1041, Kenny K, 1466. All right, let me try and backtrack really quickly. So what appears to have happened, I don't know yet. Okay, he pitched for Lumen. I'm like, you can't special anymore, Infernoid. You have too many levels. Kenny K, oh my God, that was savage. Dude, I think that he econned. Kenny K is fucking a magician. All right, let me just mentally try and break down what happened real quickly. I think that Kenny K summoned Blaster off of, honestly, I don't know how. It could have been off of reasoning or something. I think Jerome Porter econned. He must have econned using Skarn, because how the fuck else would, if he's playing Burning Abyss, which that appears to be the case, how the fuck else would he get Blaster on his field? Like, I don't see any other way. He must have econned it. And Kenny K then he summoned Lumina. I think he summoned Lumina. He solar recharged the Wolf, drew a couple of cards, milled 2. Then he pitched for his own Wolf back. He summoned the level 8 guy, the 8 guy who is the double attacker with 2800, and then he snatched stole. Alright, so looks like he's opening tour guide. See, the biggest problem with Infernoids is the fact that you can't really run hand traps, because you can't run hand traps because you have to run reasoning. Like, Maxi sounds great in theory if it's in your opening hand and you get to stop this shit. But then, oh my God, Dante is 70. Wow. I'm holding on to my Dantes because I just want to trade them for something. Like I was going to go to locals today, and I was like, I got 4 Dantes. I need to get rid of them. I don't want to play Burning Abyss. I guess I already bought my, what the freak? We have Burning Abyss Infernoids. Crazy. Okay, Burning Abyss Infernoids versus, I guess that was his own Blaster that he summoned. Wow, I had just assumed he econned it, and that he put econ in the graveyard first. Alright, so Kenny K, this is just looking like an epic match. Kenny K opens up with Raiden, hits nothing good, Soul Charge, and Magical Stone Excavation. I really do wish that, okay, so he summons the blow up guy. Oh, never mind. Looks like he's going to synchro up. Maybe not. Harmadik. I'm telling you, anybody who went out and paid $30 for this card, I don't like to insult people. I just don't think what you did was smart. Don't buy into that Corey McDuffie bullshit hype. This card is going to go down in price. It is. I'm sorry. Infernoids aren't going to be tier 1. If you look at a card like fucking Scout, and it started off as $40 and now it's $15, and it's fucking Scout, arguably the best deck in the game, what on earth makes you think that this, a card that's not even necessary in an obscure deck like Infernoids, would jump that much? I just don't see it happening. I'm sorry, I just don't. Like, I think this card will be $15 by Monday. Alright, so Blaster is summoned off of reasoning. He missed. Which, I mean, he already saw one Raiden, and Kenny K, his Lightsworn version, I mean, he runs Lumina, a couple of Lilas, and a Raiden. So, he might have sided out with the Lilas, because I don't know if he thinks that Jerome Porter's going to summon anything in the back row, or said anything in the back row, excuse me. But, man, Dante just keeps going up and up, like crazy. Alright, so he's going for a level 7. Ancient Sacred Wyvern. Fair enough. See, at this point, I don't know if he wants to big eye it or what. Yeah, I'm not sure if he wants to just big eye the Dante, and that appears to be what he's going to do. And this kind of sucks if you're Jerome, because he's going to probably use Dante's effect and get even more Infernoids in his graveyard. Especially if he runs Downer Magician. Alright, so Blaster is detached. He mills 3. I think he milled Big Chicken. And he's able to do a decent, oh wow, that's right. He can totally summon the Blaster because he got it off of reasoning. So he's able to do 25, 28, 18 and still have Big Eye on board. That's a lot of damage. I guess he's basically saying, Jerome, you can't counter what I just did. Now you see him go for Tour Guide. And, I mean, that was the Tour Guide that he got off of Skarm, so we already knew he had it. The question is, what's he going to go for? Levier, no good. So it looks like he's going to activate this effect to banish, I guess, an Infernoid in his grave. Oh, yep, okay. So he doesn't want him summoning the level 5 guy. Or, excuse me, the attack and banish dude. Dante goes into defense. He gets himself a Skarm. I guess, honestly, Kenny K doesn't really have to be worried about what he gets from the Skarm, just because if you're thinking that far ahead, you know, like, you're probably in a losing position. Now, Jerome Porter actually ends up hitting on Tundale and Blaster. This is looking kind of interesting. The Burning Abyss version of Infernoids. Because Dante, like, if you just play 3 Tour Guides, 3 Skarms, and 3 Dantes, I mean, you don't have to draw the Dantes to basically get your mill on, you know what I mean? Like, I'm trying to think of other ways that you can basically use them. I mean, I'm thinking maybe Kari Bandit. Alright, so he summons the level 2. That's the evac guy. Antra. So, Big Eye is bounced. And now Jerome is looking like he's going to do some big damage. So he summons the guy anyway. He's probably going to banish Blaster. I'm not sure why Dante would attack Dante. It will not be killed. So he gets himself a Skarm back. And now he's going to banish. And Kenny K has the life point lead. Unfortunately, he doesn't have the advantage lead. I mean, you see stacks on stacks at Tour Guide right now. Maybe this is the hype people were looking at. I still don't see Hamadik as a $25 card. Like, I'm sorry, it's not even the most necessary. Like, it's not even the most necessary. What's it called? It's hardly the most necessary Infernoid. To me, it's like one of the. It might be the worst one, honestly. Maybe Piatti, because I think Piatti should have had maybe a little more attack, like 24. But in general, this dude is really good. Just because he just says fuck you to Xyz and Synchros. I mean, in fusions, you run into Shadows and it's like, oh, you have Construct? That's cute. Special summon this dude and just banish. Alright, so third Tour Guide hits the deck. Summons out another Skarm. And Dante goes. Dante mills a bunch. And you know what? Looking at this deck, I'm thinking that there might be a lot less dead draws. Wait a minute. We might have to hold on to our Dantes here. No, I'm just fucking with you. I'm not gonna do that. Although I'm somewhat tempted. I'm not gonna play Burning Abyss. Like, as a deck, I just don't like it. But now, if you're telling me that this could somehow become like a high tier deck, okay, maybe. So Jerome Porter gets it the fuck in. I don't know if you guys were watching that, but double Dante plus a Blaster, dude just got it the fuck in. I hate having to walk away when I'm recording like that, but I've got a Dutch apple pie in the oven. I had to take it out. So, hey man, you know, don't knock it until you tried it. Anybody's like, Dutch apple pie? My brother hates Dutch apple pie. I'm like, dude, the crust is so good and nobody likes burnt Dutch apple pie. Alright, so Jerome Porter is going first. Here's the thing though. Like, if he opens Tour Guide, there's like nothing that Kenny K can do against it. You know what I mean? Now, I think I'm trying to think of Jerome Porter's, the makeup of his deck. And I believe that, I wonder if that's Vanities. He's just going to flip it over and hope that he's going to flip over Vanities and just hope that shit wins him the game. Until he's like, Lila, motherfucker. Anyways, the thing I guess about Jerome Porter's deck is, can he run Reasoning? Cause, okay, yeah, that's what he did. He flips over vanities and he's like, I hope I win with it. And Kenny K actually had the out. And now chances are Jerome Porter's gonna lose because of it. But, anyways, I don't know if you can play reasoning in it because, I mean, you always have Blaster. He's a 7, but I guess in general, people would start calling 3 and you never want to summon Tour Guide off of reasoning. That's no good. I guess you could hit Skarm and she would just die, but I don't know. I guess what I'm saying is I don't really think that it would be great unless he just doesn't run reasoning and shit. Alright, so at this point, Kenny K is getting it in with Mr. I banish shit during the end of the battle phase, but Kenny K or Jerome Porter's not committing anything, so okay, excuse me, he does run reasoning. That's a thing. I would call 3. Wait, why would he call 4? He hasn't even shown any level 4s. I haven't even seen Jerome Porter's deck, but all the fuck we've seen is Blaster, Skarm, and Tour Guide. So why on earth would you call 4? Alright, so Kenny K calls what's it called? He calls or he activates Burial. The one thing I could think is I think maybe Kenny K intentionally called wrong so that the Skarm wouldn't trigger, but how would that make any sense? I don't know. Anyways, Kenny K gets the match. I'm trying to think, like, if you intentionally called wrong, but then if your opponent got a Tour Guide, they'd have a monster on board in defense. Like, I don't understand how calling wrong intentionally would work. And it just seemed like all we saw from Jerome was Tour Guide, Skarm, and Blaster. Like, those are the only monsters that he could have. So I just would have called 3 instinctively. If you get a 7, good for you. Thank you guys for watching as always. That was a very interesting match.